Hello everyone, gshock here. Welcome back to another G-Shock review video. Today we're gonna have a look at a really old G-Shock watch all the way back to the year 2000. This is, guys, the MTG-100. Alright, a few highlights here and there. It has a size of around 46mm width size, so it is fairly small for a G-Shock watch. And remember, it has metal and resin blended together. The way it melts, like wrap around each other, is insane. Just pretty much, I would say, same precision as the brand new GRB300, I would say. But this is all resin. This is metal and resin combined together, which is impressive for the year 2000, guys. And remember, this MTG not gonna cost you 800 bucks like it is today. This thing cost 26,000 Japanese yen back then. Even with inflation, with today's market and everything, the price goes around 29,000 Japanese yen today, which is still really cheap for what it has to offer, material or pretty much hardware wise. But then again, every G-Shock mostly focus on the hardware anywhere, and the software, I'm talking about the movement, is really basics. Again, released in the year 2000, so understandable. It didn't have any top solar, no wave scepter, but it does have a really clean watch face. Look at that index marker with some highlights around the gloss finishing, fitting to the metal twisted G-Shock family. Our immediate hands could glow to the dark with moving second hands, which is really rare at this price point even today's. MTG shock resistant Casio WR20 bar, anti-magnetic structure. You have a date window over there, which could be set up with the crown diagonally placed, which is also really cool. You got a, I would say, a shock resistant or shock impact table down there, so you could see how it distribute the impact. Just to show it is still a shock resistant timepiece despite being made mostly metal in this case. But regardless, if it goes to the back of it, look at that. You got a G shock resistant MTG-100 stainless steel back and Japan wire, fully made in Japan G-Shock watch. That price point, it has a movement of 2311. So there's a lot of G-Shock watch that operate on the same movement. Actually, there's other version called MTG-100, if I'm not mistaken, which has the crown instead of down here, but over here it's pretty much standard. Or GC2000, also really similar. And you know what, talking about recycling same movement over and over again, like we are seeing today, they have been doing the same thing even way back. It's just that people didn't really realize it. So they're just maintaining the same thing except changing the movement, just like in the GBD100, GBD200. You get the point, right? The recycling G-Shock watch movement is normal for Casio to do, except they really changed the hardware. In this case, incredibly impressive. Look at the metal piece here that wrap around the resin bezel. Though for the age, 24 years old, it's already started to disintegrate, and as I'm filming this video, it is disintegrating as well. Most of it you could see down here, right? But the movement, it is still working. And for the price, in used condition with this degraded condition, I would say you could pick one up. I bet around 2,000, 3,000 Japanese yen only. Go to the link down in the description box, sign up to Buy Japan. They are not the sponsor for this watch, but you know what, the only way you could get them up is to pick this up directly from Japan on the gray markets like Mercari or Yahoo Japan auction and everything like that. But for that amount of price, fair. It is really fair. But make sure it is still working. Tips there. And also make sure that it comes with the right sizing, because this model only comes in bracelet. There's no strap resin version, and it is special, just like pretty much MTG we have today. It has a proprietary adapter down here, so you cannot use any other strap out there. So make sure this thing also in good shape, because it is also made out of resin, but somehow the bezel part destroyed first, but the adapter part didn't, which is good. So I could still wear the watch, it is still working, so I guess that's okay. Also, I need to point out the fact that I have a spare parts already, just in case this thing well, it's already disintegrated. You know what, I could technically just swap them up, plug it in over here, and it still looks incredibly good, because most of the parts is in metal. not resin. So even if you change it up to, this is a gray marker replacement part, not the best of quality, but better than not having anything, right? Next up is this adapter, speaking of which though, look at the design, incredibly good. It is still sleek, still good, it's still rugged at the same time. You could see the edges on it, 3 of them in this case, and the rest is just solid links, by the way, not hollow links. So for the price, really fair. Standard locking structure and a single clasp, but still MTG sign underneath it, just like modern MTG we have today. I gotta appreciate that, and some micro adjustment over there. And make sure, again, if you want to buy this thing in used condition, make sure it has the right size for you, because you cannot find any extra links anymore. So in my case, this is all the links that I got, just a few, just 3 over here and maybe 2 over here. But fortunately, it fits to my skinny wrist, so I'm fine. So if you have a bigger wrist, make sure you got all the links, enough link at least, so you could wear it. Alright, so with that said, I'll say I'm gonna end this video right there. Not a lot going on, just full analog movement, date display, time display, no solo charging, no wave scepter, not even EL backlighting, but it's good, glows the dark a little bit, but not as good. But so far, for the price, you know what, for the history, for the precision, for the material that they use, which is solid, by the way. You could feel the high quality material they're using, you know, just some cheap Casio watch that we have today. Not G-Shock, Casio watch I'm talking about here. Totally worth it, guys. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel. I'm gonna change it up to, you know, just kind of bezel afterwards. So, but you know what, maybe I'm gonna wear it until the entire resin part is fully disintegrated, and then I'll swap them up. And I could do this anytime, so no rush there. And the watch still works, it still looks great, has original parts here and there, so I guess I'm fine in my case. But if you're planning on getting one, be sure you have all the parts ready, the sizing, a few things I already talked about before. Alright, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Again, this is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and ooh, beautiful MTG, gorgeous, simple, minimalist, small size, just like modern G-Shock, but has way more to offer hardware wise. Out.